the 2025 paper. First thing, simplify. This is just adding. It's stock taking. I have 5 of them, and then I have another 3 of them. How many do I have? 8 of them. I owe one of my friends 7, and I owe my other friend 6 of them. I owe them 13. And that's your first one. Okay. Next one. Divide this by this. Okay. So we're going to do long division. And for those of you who were with me in second year, we call this the DMS drop. Okay.
I was confused.
And we do divide is D, M is multiply, and then S is subtract or change, whichever one you want to do. S or C, okay? Subtract, and then we drop. DMS drop. Now let me explain how this works. What you do is you always line up the first letter on what you're dividing into this. So if you will, I'm basically doing something like this. Do you know 3 into 336? I'm lining up this 3 with this 3 here. You agreed? And I'll get 1. Then what would happen? I'd move the target to where, guys? I'd move the target to the next one, wouldn't I? And then that would be 3 into 3 again, which goes once, and then 3 into 6 twice. And something else I need you to know. What I'm basically saying is that the two wrong color, the 2 green circles. What happens when I multiply the 2 green circles? What happens if I multiply them by each other? They multiply into 336. The 2 greens, when you multiply them, give you the blue. Is that okay? And it's the same here. The 2 greens, when you multiply them, give you the blue. Okay, now here we go. So the way this works is we line it up underneath. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to do x cubed divided by x. What's x cubed divided by x? X squared. That's divide is completed. Divide, you're done. What's stage 2? DMS. What do I do with M? Multiply. Okay. We're going to multiply. So what happens when you multiply? X cubed plus 3x squared. And then what you do next? If it's positive, turn it negative. If it's negative, turn it positive. So double minus, yeah? What's 11 take away 3? 8 of them, yeah? And then after that, I forgot, what do I drop? Gotta drop that 15x. And now you're targeting recenters. You're no longer targeting this x squared here. What x cubed? What are you targeting now? You're targeting the front of the new part. And now I go, okay, lads, what's 8x squared divided by x? 8x, isn't it? Now, I've divided successfully again. What comes after division? So I got to multiply. So what am I going to multiply? And what you get there? 8x squared, yeah. 8 times 3. Yeah. Change it, which means do what? Double negative, and what do we get then? Minus. Oh, sorry, yeah. Minus 9x, and then drop the last part. Retarget. So bring that down to here, yeah? And what am I going to say now? Minus 9x divided by x. Minus 9. Okay. Oh. Okay, once again, we're doing the same thing. What's minus 9x divided by x? We said it was minus 9. And then we did divide. So what comes after divide? Multiply, all right? So we're going to multiply. So I'm going to multiply minus 9 by x and minus 9 by 3. And what do I get? Minus 9x minus. Have to change it, subtract. So what happens to the minuses? And if you do it correctly, 0. Now what I'm claiming is the following. I want to show you something, alright? What I'm claiming is, I'm claiming that when you multiply the, sorry, I'll just get a color change here. When you multiply this green one by this green one, what am I claiming the answer is? X cubed plus 11x squared plus 15x minus 7. Now, often in a test, what they'll do to you is something like this. They love this type of question, right? Here's what they try and do a lot. Okay, so what they try and do a lot is this. Do you know a basic rectangle? So just say 1 sec, I have to reduce and pick the, sorry, the recorder gets in the way sometimes, so I have to pick a rectangle like this. So I'm going to make a rectangle here, then I can go back to full screen. Now, if I was to ask you, if I was to go, the area is 20 and the length is 5, or sorry, the width is 5, find the length, what would you guys tell me? You do 20 divided by 4, wouldn't you? And the answer would be 5. You're all gone, sir, that's too obvious. Why are you even teaching me here? Look what happens now. What happens if I change the width to x plus 3 and I change the area to x cubed plus 11x squared plus 15x minus 27? What would you tell me now? You still divide it, don't you? You divide the large one by the small one, and your width, actually, your length turns out to be. That's how they present it in past exams. This is what's called a simultaneous equation. Simultaneous equations run on the premise of two things. Does everybody see this equation I'm writing in green? Rule number 1. I'm allowed to multiply both sides by any number I want. If I double it, 6 plus 10 still equals 16. Would you be happy with that? Rule number 2. If I multiply both sides by minus, what happens? Minus 3 minus 5 still equals minus a. Rule number 4. When I add two equations downwards, so 2 plus 1 equals 3, 4 plus 3 equals 7, I'm allowed to add downwards. And what happens when I add downwards? 4 plus 2, 3 plus 1, 3 plus 10. Sorry, 3 plus 7. I'm allowed to add downwards, and I'm allowed to multiply any equation by any number I want. Everybody remember that? Now, pick a letter to get rid of, your choice.
Y.
We'll get rid of y. What gets rid of 4y? Minus 4y. We're going to use the bottom one and we're going to multiply it by minus 4. And what will that do? You multiply the whole thing by minus and we get minus 8x, yeah? Minus 4y minus 36. You cool with that? Then what happens? Shh. You better be taking this down. This is not just from me. Minus what? Minus 7. I'm going to use the magic wand. What's that? Negative goes to positive. And then my answer will be 7 divided by 5. Which is actually 1.4. Do I get full marks for that? Yeah, Josh. A or B? Your choice. He's going to use A. That's okay. So it's 3 times x, yeah? Plus 4y equals 29. Why didn't I write down x? We know what it is, don't we? What is it? 1.4? 3 times 1.4? 4.2. The goal of the question is to get the y on its own. Is the y currently on its own? What has to leave first? And what happens when you do 29 take away 4.2? What? 24.8. And divide that by 4. Because it's multiplication of 4 on the left means division of 4 on the right. 6.2. And y equals 6.2.